How do I increase iron levels? Fast. I think I get asked that question every single day, if not multiple times a day, in helping ladies and gentlemen increase their iron levels. I mean, if you have low iron and your negative life experience is caused by low iron, then of course you want to get those levels up and get them up fast. Totally understand that because we want to redeem ourselves, do we not, from the fatigue, the racing heart, the hair loss, the depression, and it's just this general sense of poor life performance that is associated with low iron, low ferritin levels. If you haven't already subscribed, please click the share button, the subscribe button, the like button. It just helps get this essential educational information out to people who need to hear it, who probably aren't hearing it. So the first thing to consider, or at least recognize, is that the body is meticulous as to the amount of iron it permits to be absorbed and to enter into circulation. So if you're taking iron and you're not having much of side effects from supplementing with the iron, then you really want to take a step back and look, see what else could be out of balance in your body as to why your iron levels are not improving. In my practice, rarely is it that we need to take a person to 60, 90 milligrams plus of iron to get levels up. In fact, never. I never do that. Because the body, it's ultra intelligent. It is wonderfully made by the Almighty Creator God. So I would consider working with these natural mechanisms, working with that natural innate intelligence of the body, rather than trying to bypass them with, say iron infusions because I just want to get them up. The thing is, this rarely has any long-term success. And in the process, there's all these potential side effects that can be really challenging to rectify once this oxidative process is put in motion by, say, an iron infusion. So ladies, if you have a menstrual cycle, then you may want to double up your iron intake during the days of your period, because iron absorption rate increases from 1 to 3 times during a woman's period. I know it's not gonna help the guys out, but the ladies, that can really help you out. And then, increase your real food intake just across the board, over and over. I counsel people with, iron deficiency who are just taking loads of iron supplements, who are consuming a standard American ultra processed food routine. Ultra processed food, it is devoid of micronutrition. It just is a resource depleter of the body. It's an inflammatory promoter. Fat soluble vitamins, they're not present. And they are paramount for our iron uptake and for the whole detoxification process. So as detox pathways are overburdened, cellular inflammation, it goes up, it rises, and that shuts down iron absorption. Not only that, but you think about the pesticides, the rancid oils, the genetically modified ultra processed foods, they create bacterial imbalances, cause a leaky gut syndrome. They promote a state of just general bodily irritation, raising inflammation, promoting hepcidin production. I know this is tough. We would love to just take an iron pill, everything goes better. It doesn't work like that way for a lot of people. So lowering your body's overall inflammatory load, it is key to iron uptake and iron utilization. So the next one is make sure your vitamin A levels are sufficient. Vitamin A, retinol, is necessary for the releasing of iron that is stored in the liver. There's also studies suggesting that vitamin A and beta carotene can also actually form a complex with the iron in your intestinal lumen, permitting it to stay soluble, which literally negates the inhibitory effects of those phytates, those polyphenols that are present in a lot of really highly nutritious foods, and they tend to inhibit iron absorption. So you also want to take your iron away from coffee, from tea, from calcium supplements, and from dairy products. I think you've heard that one 1,000 times, but it is a good idea if we're going to maximize iron uptake. At least push it away from those minimum 4 hours. And then another one you may not recognize is getting your testosterone levels checked, both total and free. Because both men and women, are often running low in testosterone. And those who are iron deficient, this actually makes it more challenging to get your iron levels up. Because this is the deal. Testosterone is this massive anti-inflammatory hormone, this growth promoting hormone. And when it is in optimal range, it actually has a suppressive action on hepcidin. And this is likely due to the fact that testosterone has this strong anti-inflammatory, this regenerative effect to it. So we've heard many times hepcidin tends, as it's down, iron intake goes up. As it is high, iron uptake goes down. So by naturally overriding the iron regulating effects of hepcidin, one can actually increase iron absorption more efficiently. And it should also be noted, if you're using testosterone medication, creams, shots, and you're pushing your testosterone levels to a super physiological state, and you already have plenty of iron on board, you can actually be creating a state of, essentially testosterone-induced hemochromatosis. So this is just a thought to consider. Homeostasis, balance across the board, is the key to optimal body function. Same thing goes with iron. If you want optimal iron uptake, we need homeostasis. So if you're losing excess blood, say via menstrual cycles, periods, consider, you got to work with a naturopathic physician, find a functional medicine practitioner to help you decrease the overall amount of blood loss. And if you're changing pads every hour, this kind of thing during your period, there are so many ways to help minimize that and to help balance the hormones, balance the cytokines, so you're not having this excessive bleeding. And consider, supplemental iron. We created this form of iron that's housed within a rice protein complex, a matrix, and this really permits massively efficient increases in ferritin and overall symptom relief. And I literally haven't seen this in 15 years of practice, which is why we've basically completely changed over to this type of iron completely. So if you haven't checked it out and you're dealing with iron deficiency, definitely check out Blood Vitality. See if it works for you. See if it's something you might find effective or different than what you used previously. I also put together an extensive and free optimizing iron guide that goes into detail about all the aspects of iron, as well as testing strategies to get to the root of what is really the cause here. I think you'll find it super valuable. So if you're trying to get iron levels up, having trouble, just not working out, then check out the links below for you can check out Blood Vitality, the actual supplemental iron support or iron blood building support, but also the links for the optimizing iron guide, and see if it doesn't open some doors, open some eyes, ways for you to think about what's going on here that you may have not have thought about before. All right, I'm Dr. Matt. Love your comments, love your questions, love your the ways you've overcome iron deficiency. Share them. It helps so many people, because iron is just this one little bitty mineral, but so many people are affected by the fact that they can't get those levels up, or they haven't gotten those levels up because of they just haven't found the answer. And by sharing this, you can help them find the answer. All right, talk to you guys and gals later.